What up, fan band? Welcome back to that car food on another episode with the badass S10 build. So today I got it out there for now because we're gonna be doing some prepping, ready for the paint work. So we'll put plastic on the floor. As you can see, I got that roll from Home Depot. It wasn't too expensive. It opens up pretty big, so hopefully it's enough. Sorry for the rag, man. It is hot, but I want to do this before it starts cooling down and getting windy because end of September, October is usually our windy month, and I don't want to do this with all the contaminants in the air and stuff. So as far as what I got right here, pretty much got everything I need so far. All this stuff you can find at Harbor Freight. I literally pay like about 120 for everything right here, more or less. So I got some fine grit, sandpaper. I got a sanding machine. These are pretty good. The reviews on them are pretty good. Got some hard grit for the machine to just break down a lot of the parts on the chassis. It's hot, but it's hot. And so when I'm underneath the chassis, doing a little bit of work underneath there, protect my face from all that stuff falling on me. Got a paint and body work mask. It's a blackout fiberglass paint and you know, all the chemicals and stuff. So don't want to get dizzy. Want to protect my lungs. Got some fine like X-Acto knife type of razor blades, so those are gonna work. I got this to help clear up some of the hard gunky stuff that's still on there, which I'll be putting on this bad boy right here. Whoops. Masking tape, safety glasses, wire brushes, and then we got primer, gloss black, and a clear coat, gloss clear coat. And I got brake cleaner. Now you can use acetone, but the thing with acetone, you gotta wait a little bit longer for it to dry. From what I read, you can't just paint over it right away. With brake cleaner, works just as good. It's effective and it dries super fast, so you can get to work right away with using brake cleaner. So your choice, but I don't want to be out here waiting for it to dry. So using brake cleaner, and I got this for the little areas that the big one's not gonna reach. And that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna whiten that out, put some masking tape on the floor, roll the chassis back in, and then we'll go ahead and get started on sanding, prepping. I wanted to do it out there, but it is hot, so I'm gonna do it in here. It's gonna probably make a mess, but that's what the plastic's for. And then hopefully I can just pick it all up in one shot, do a quick sweep in here, and that'll be done. Make a paint booth. When it cools down a little bit later on, start painting. See you guys under here. I don't know why I said I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, you guys. So as you could tell, covered most of the area. It's pretty good. The sun's gonna start pushing this way. That's why I came back here more than up there, because the sun. I'm able to bring the garage door down. Sorry with my fly traps, but I do live in like a ranch area, so we got shit ton of flies. But anyways, I'm already sweating from just doing that, so I'm gonna go get in different clothes, because I did enter the raffle at 060. If it involves a Supra, I'm in, you know. So but I'm gonna go change my clothes. I don't want to get these ones all dirty. I'm already sweating in it, but I'm gonna go change this to something a little bit more friendly for the sanding and stuff and prepping, and something I don't really care about getting paint and stuff on. So I'm gonna bring the chassis in, and then we'll go from there. Hopefully I'll put you guys another time lapse or something. Oh, and I got some good news too. I got a GoPro, so we'll see how much better the quality looks. I gotta learn how to use it first. So over the next couple of videos, I'll learn how to use it, and then I'll switch over to that. And if it's better, then we'll continue with that. But I'll see you guys right now. All right, so real quick, guys. Right here, where I removed the gearbox. Kind of have it sitting right here on top of the sway bar. I need to get a ball joint remover to get that off. So for now, I'm gonna just leave it right here. I have a zip tie, so it's not gonna move anywhere. So no worries. I'm not gonna say that's the best method, but that's gonna work for now. I got these brake lines and these fill lines off. They're still on, but out of the way, and I'm gonna put jack stands underneath these, so it kind of lifts them up with the rag, just so we can work our way around it. And same thing right here. just so we can work our way around all these lines. I just want to make sure I keep everything in order for now. As far as right here goes, I'm gonna work my way around this area. I got all this stuff loose. I can work around it and, you know, sand it down and primer it. I'm not really too worried or concerned about underneath here because I'm gonna get the upper and lower control arms, so I'm not too worried about this whole section underneath this. So when I get to that point, I'll go ahead and take care of the area that's underneath here. But for now, I don't want to take all this apart and then have to put it all back together again on some nice fresh paint. You know, at least for now, we can have a roller for that, and when all that stuff comes, I'll take care of that when that time comes. But for now, whatever's all in this area, we're gonna get all this. We're gonna get all this. You know, like I said, we got all this stuff out the way so I can work around it. My brother's already starting to get to this little piece right here. He got a little bit of this piece right here. He's just getting with the wire brush on the drill on this one. For now, just to get all the heavy gunky stuff off. Then we're gonna come through. We're gonna spray some cleaner on it, clean it off. Then we're gonna try to get the sander and then try to get all this off. I do gotta take these back wheels off though, just so I have more space to get all this area right there. And then what I'm gonna do, we're gonna jack up one side of the frame so it's sitting up a little bit so we can get underneath this side. And then we're gonna do the same thing with that side over there. And then I don't know if you guys remember in one of my previous videos, like one of my first videos for this truck, this piece was all bent. I got a flat plate, put it right here, and wedged it with the piece of wood, and I hammered that back, and now it's pretty straight for the most part. I think I gotta bring this piece right here just down a tiny bit, but it's better than what it was, you know. So that looks a lot better. Now I can start working my way with that one. As you can see, this one looks like this. This one was all jacked up, so I somewhat fixed that for now. And then yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna see if I can put you guys on a time lapse and get this shit going. As you can tell, this is exactly why I put the plastic on the floor, because I did not want to have to clean up all this mess or anything that. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started, guys. Put you guys on a time lapse and let's see how far we get today. Hopefully we can have a nice black painted gloss chassis, but we'll see. See you guys right now after the time lapse. All right, so real quick, guys, I mean, it's coming out pretty good. Not bad for our first time, you know. Everything's a learning process with us right now, but I mean, this is from the wire wheel right there, a little bit of this wire wheel right here, and the Harbor Freight sander. So with the combination of all three of them, and then I still got 1500 and 2000 grit. So I mean, you can clearly see the difference from this to all of this. And like I said, this is all just surface rust, you know. The whole chassis is gonna be like this. It's gonna take some time, but it'll get there. But this is honestly, the chassis is in really good condition, you know. It's really not that bad. We just got to get this side right here a little bit, start working our way up, get in here, get underneath here. But just wanted to show you guys how it's coming out though. I mean, look at that. I mean, this is a really good chassis for what it is, you know. So yeah, man, see you guys right now. We're gonna continue the time lapse. All right, you guys, so we back. I mean, look at this floor, bro. That's exactly why I put the damn shit down. But we called it right here on both sides. We still gotta wrap that up, so it's gonna be a two-part video. Well, it's all gonna be on one thing, but it's gonna be on different days. Because we still gotta do all this, which in the front, honestly, it looks like it'll be a lot easier. It's just back here we had all these nooks and crannies back there. So, but as you guys can see, I mean, it came out really, really good. I mean, this right here, it looks like it's like pitting, but it's not. It's really smooth. You know, you don't feel nothing. So, I think once we come over back with that 1500 and 2000 grit, you know, I think that'll clear that up. You know, we got the inside the best we can. We're still gonna try to touch that up because, honestly, like this is just a lot of powder that's right there. So we got the inside on both sides pretty good. Still gotta do the bottom, huh?
Yeah.
So we still gotta do the bottom of the chassis. But this is taking forever. We both have work tomorrow, and look at this damn wheel. We literally wrote that until the spindles came out. You know, little needles were getting shot up. You know, look, I still have one. Look, they're sticking. Look at another one. They're sticking all inside of us. You know, the wheel spinning. And just on this last little touch-up section right here, they all completely just came out. But good thing we were wearing our eyeglasses, and you know we had the face mask. So safety first. We did try to put this on, but the thing with this and with that was just too big, so it was grinding the inside of this. So this, I know a lot of people are in the comment or whoever, there might be that one person, oh, what was the cover at, bro? It didn't fit, so you know we had to do what we had to do, you know. I know that's kind of bad to sit there and risk that, but you know we were pretty protected. So but we just gotta finish a couple things up. I'm gonna clean my tools up, put everything back away. I'm gonna leave this on the floor for now. You know, because we got to do the front, so there's no point in cleaning this up when this is all gonna get like this again. So yeah, I mean, but if you guys look at it, it came out really, really good. So look at this shit. Look at that. Look, I've been fucking playing with my girl's makeup. But we're gonna call it a night, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I'm not gonna end the video right here, so I'm not gonna say see you next time. I was about to, but this is still a continuation. So next time you see me, I'll be different clothes. This will be continuing. So, but I'm gonna call it a night. My brother's gonna call it a night. Shout out to my brother again, always coming through, helping me. Rob Knock. We haven't had a Rob Knock in a while. Robbie, give us a Rob Knock. Not a Rod Knock. Rob Knock. Rob Knock is good luck. A Rod Knock is bad. You don't want a Rod Knock. You want a Rob Knock. So we're gonna call it a night, guys. So ready to get in there. Got my girl on the way. She's getting off of work, so I gotta spend time with her. So we're gonna continue this. We're gonna pick this back up. I'm gonna look like shit again on the next one. This is a really dirty job, and it's really hard, and it's really time consuming, but I want to make sure it's done right. So that's why we're taking our time. We're not just flying through it and just gonna paint over shit. So it's gonna be done right. I'll see you guys on the next continuation part. It's gonna look quick to you guys, but it's gonna be probably a day or two for us. So thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow or the next day or whatever. Same video. I'm tired. I'm talking out of my ass right now. What up, fam bam? Welcome back. So I know to you guys it all looks like the same video, but the first couple of videos have been like 2-3 days apart. Just a quick reminder, we've got the chassis done from the back to right about here. I mean, you can see the difference from this to all of this. So that's like that on both sides. It's been about a week to a week and a half since I've last touched the truck chassis, and that's due to me going on vacation. I went to Yosemite, I went to Mammoth, I went to go visit Levi Stadium. So that's a whole other video which is gonna be everywhere, because as I mentioned to you guys, I got a GoPro, so I'm trying to figure out how to learn that and use that with my MacBook. And apparently you can't have the GoPro app with the MacBook, so you got to use iMovie, and it's a whole process. So I'm trying to figure that out, because I really want to use the GoPro, figure out, if it has more advantages over the phone. Obviously the phone's been doing a good job, records in 4K, so no complaints with the phone. But from what it seems like, everybody has more options with the GoPro when it comes to editing and stuff. And I thought I was gonna have that, but with the iMovie, it's gonna be the same pretty much the same options. I'm probably gonna have to purchase some type of editing platform, just so I can get more options out there. But I mean, I really want to be good at iMovie before I move on to anything else. But today, we are going to be taking a lot of this stuff apart, taking the wheels off. I was gonna leave these on, but I might as well just get it out the way, get it done, take them off, do it the right way the first time. So, yeah, man. So, I'm gonna be doing all this. I'll put you guys on a time lapse. And then what I got in this box right here is gonna be something different that I'm doing to the chassis that I've looked around and haven't seen nobody do to any chassis at all. I'm not sure if anybody's done it to a chassis or not. I'm not gonna say I'm the first one that's gonna do it. I don't like claiming that unless, you know, I know for sure. But from pictures on Google and hashtags on social media platforms, I haven't seen nobody do the chassis in this color. What I think is gonna happen, and the whole reason why I'm doing this chassis in this color, because if, for instance, I showed you guys I got the black Rust-Oleum cans to do the whole chassis black. That's the normal thing to do. That's what everybody does. You know, it works great. It looks nice. But however, when I go to put right here, for instance, when I go to put the Caltrax bars on, oh man, it's like a glare in the camera. When I go to put the Caltrax bars on, those are black. You know, the performance bars that give the rear end traction, more tire contact with the ground. Those are black. So are they really gonna pop with the chassis being black? I don't think so. The leaf springs, the aftermarket ones, those are gonna be black. The, you know, the U-bolts, I think the U-bolts come in black or silver. I'm gonna try to get silver. The lowering blocks, those come in black. And then when you talk about the rear end, the axles, differential, for the most part, a lot of those stuff, they come in black or they come in like silver. A lot of people do them red. I still haven't figured out what rear end. I'm going with Curry. Theirs kind of looks like this, you know, but like a shiny, like polished kind of. So I might just leave it that way. The shocks from Beltec are like a shiny aluminum too. So those are, I want to leave them that way. I mean, some things like that will pop when it comes to the chassis being black. And then the same thing with the front. You know, you got lowering springs back right here, those, whatever. Those come in red, silver, black, and honestly, like silver and black will pop with the black chassis. But when it comes to like the idler arm, you know, the drag link, the steering arms, the stuff like that, you know, for the most part, those are black. So I think with this color, it's gonna make everything pop. It's gonna make the black performance stuff pop, the aftermarket stuff pop. It's just gonna make everything pop. So when you open the hood or when you take a look underneath the back end, you'll see everything a lot more. Like you'll be able to see like, okay, that's not stock, you know, that's not OEM, you know. So I think with the new color of the chassis that I'm gonna do, it's gonna make everything look so much better, and it's gonna look way nicer. I think, in my opinion, being the first or one of the first ones to attempt it or do it, it's gonna look good. So I don't want to make this too long because it feels like an intro all over again. But maybe I can make this 2-part videos. I don't know. I really want to just cram it all into one, make, you know, maybe one long video, but I'm doing my best to give you guys like a time lapse. So I'm probably gonna time lapse all this, and once I get all this connected, I'll stop the time lapse, come and tell you guys like what I'm doing next, start the time lapse again, and I'll just do it that way, you know. So that way this video is not too damn long, you know. So without further ado, I'm gonna put you guys on a time lapse, and I'm gonna disconnect all that, take the front wheels off, and get started on prepping that stuff up, man. What up, fam band? Welcome back. So we got the upper and lower control arms. You know, given I could have used a ball joint puller, but the hammer did the job. But I am gonna order one though, you know, so I can get all this stuff off when I start buying the new ones. Same with this side. We got it all off. We're gonna leave this hanging for now, the spring with the shock, because it's not really in the way. I just really wanted to get the stuff out of the way that's gonna be in the way of me sanding and prepping the chassis. So The spring and the shock's on the way, but when we do go to spray paint, we are gonna take those off. I just want to get to prepping the chassis as fast as we can, but we just still got to take this one off, the bolt back here, and this one for the brake lines, and then we can get that stuff off. And then I don't know what kind of brand these are. I'm guessing eBay or something, but these are going, it's gonna be all wheel wood. And then I had my dad has some spacers, so I was gonna order some spacers because I do want to get like a nice little stance on the truck. You know, I want to get that nice fitment, not like a stance, you know, I'm not trying to like, you know, be like all stanced out, wheel slanted. I want to have like a nice fitment, you know. I'm not gonna say stance, but a nice fitment. So those I'll sand those and work with those, make those look nice and clean again. And then this stuff right here, we got like a little scraper, so all this like gunk stuff right here. So I'm gonna finish that up. We're gonna unbolt a few things, and we're gonna start sanding the front end of the chassis. Got to run to Harbor Freight, grab some more dollies so we can put the chassis on the side, sand the bottom, and start getting ready to paint it and prep it. And I'm excited to show you guys the new color I'm doing for the chassis. So, but until I reveal that, we got to get this stuff done and out the way before it gets any dark. It's still early right now, so we're doing this before the sun comes out and beats on us on this side. So, and last time we had to have the garage closed, and it was getting all dust and rust in the air, which was pretty bad. You know, we had the mouth breathers, but I'm not really trying to have this closed off with all that in here in the air. Well, even though we have that on, I want to make sure the air goes out. So, you know, and I'm pretty sure you guys saw my cowboy boots. These are my work boots. They're for construction and stuff like that. They're not for shorts or for jeans, but I'd rather ruin these and get stuff all over these than another pair of my shoes, which were running shoes, but they're old on their way out. But I bought some new ones, so I'm not trying to ruin none of those. So you're gonna see me with some high boots and almost Daisy Dukes. But I'll put you guys on like another time lapse. I just want to give you guys up to speed real quick on this and what we're doing. But stay tuned, guys. We're gonna start finishing up the front end of the chassis now that we got all this stuff out the way. And as far as the control arms go, I'm gonna reuse these for now. I'm gonna sand them down and repaint them, but I do gotta take these out, put some new ones in. And as far as the brake calipers and stuff like that, those are going. I'm gonna get some wheel woods, and then the spindles, I'm not gonna even bother putting those spindles back on. I'm gonna get some drop spindles. I was told my dad had drop spindles on here before, but he put the OEM ones back on because him and my aunt would drive the truck, and I guess she didn't really like the front end lowered that much, so they had removed them. So I'm gonna go ahead and order some new drop spindles and put those on, so those are not going back on. And the upper and lower control arms, I am gonna get the Umis, but those are like $1,200 for the set, so those are gonna be those, and the rear end is gonna be like my last thing I'm gonna buy for the chassis. You know, those are between those and the rear end, you're looking at about $4,000. So I'm gonna save those dead last. I'm gonna get all the bushings redone, all new bushings. Everything else gonna be brand new: spring, shocks, sway bars, end links, steering. The steering is gonna get redone. Everything's gonna get redone. It's fairly inexpensive, but the other stuff is too expensive, so we're not dealing with those until the very end. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get back to work, guys. So we back, and unfortunately, I forgot to put it on do not disturb mode, so I got a few calls and stuff like that while I had the time lapse on. So that sucks, that you guys are gonna see that portion of finishing up the front end. But as you can tell, we have the chassis hoisted. I have the tires in the back end right there, and I have the cherry picker hoisting up the front end. And so this is the top of the chassis, so the bottom of his back right here. So as you guys can tell, I mean, we sanded the whole front end all the way to the back. It's all done. For the most part, as you can see, the inside is all done. We just got to vacuum all this stuff out. And from last week to this week, a lot of this stuff on the floor, I can probably guarantee you all that rust and gunk and stuff that we took off of here weighed at least a couple ounces to a pound. I don't know if it weighed exactly up to a pound, but I know if I put it in a bag and weighed it, I know it weighed a lot. So, but now all we got to do is the bottom of the chassis, from there to there. This is all the part of the truck that's facing towards the ground. So, as you can see, we just got to do the bottom of the chassis, and this is pretty much done. Once we sand all this down right here, we're gonna pretty much clean the floor, sweep it out. We're gonna blow all this stuff out, either with the shop vac, because it has one side that blows, or I might just get a leaf blower tomorrow and just blow as much stuff out as I can with, you know, a few fans facing out the garage. And then I'm gonna set up some plastic on both sides. I'm gonna wet the ground as they do in the some of the videos I've seen. They wet the ground in their garage, and that'll prevent from anywhere you're stepping any particles going up in the air. So you can get a pretty good paint job going in your garage. So we're gonna sand this down, and then tomorrow morning we're gonna go ahead and get ready to paint this up, and then I will reveal to you guys the color that I'm gonna do the chassis tomorrow. And I think you guys will like it. Honestly, thought it was a good idea, right, Robbie?
Yeah, it was good.
I think it's a good idea. I don't think anybody thought of it yet, and I think it's gonna do a really nice job. Now, as far as the middle sections, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do the same color as the chassis, because I got the transmission cross member, which is sitting over there. I gotta do that too. So remind me we gotta do that too. We gotta sand that down. I totally forgot about it. The cross member for the transmission I took off, remember?
Yeah.
So we got to do that too. So the middle bars, they might remain black. I'm not too sure yet, but I think I'm just gonna do the whole thing that color that I have my eyes set on right now. But we're gonna go ahead and just smash this out. I'm not even gonna time lapse it because I'm pretty upset that the other time lapse got ruined. For the most part, you guys know where we're at. We're all caught up. We're just gonna do all this. I'm gonna end the video right here. And then tomorrow morning, I'm gonna show you the finished, you know, chassis that's all sand down. You know, we just gotta get underneath little crevices and stuff like this. Like there's gunk in here, so we just gotta get stuff like that. This is probably gonna take us about another hour to get it done. And then tomorrow morning, I'm gonna show you guys what the chassis looks like. And then from there, set it up, clean it out, and then we'll go from there. So I know this is a long video, guys, and I appreciate you for watching it. If you stay to watch it, please watch it all the way through. This is a lot of work, man. This isn't something that just it happens quick. This is heavy work. Look at my face. This is real heavy. So fam bam. So as you can tell, it's the next morning. The chassis is completely done as far as sanding goes. Well, I got to go over it with the 1000 grit that I have right here. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm going to go over it with some 1000 grit sandpaper. Just a quick go around real fast, just so I can smooth everything out and get this thing ready for some paint. Once I get over with the 1000 grit right now, which is going to be fairly fast, I'm going to clean up all this debris and stuff like that. I'm gonna go ahead and blow all this stuff out with the blower real quick. I'm not even gonna bother putting it on a time lapse. It's just gonna be real quick. And then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what paint that color that I chose for the chassis. And we're gonna go ahead and get started on painting it. But I gotta prep all this, get rid of all this. I'm gonna set up the plastic, make like a little quick paint booth real quick with the fan at the end blowing stuff out. So yeah, man, I'm gonna hurry and try to do this because it is game day. It's football Sunday, and I really want to watch my game. So, but at the same time, I'm not gonna half-ass this either because I really got to get all this crud out. So yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and hurry up and get started on this. 'Cause I'm excited to see what the outcome is gonna look like, and I'm pretty excited. I know that from what people that I did tell, they all think it's a dope ass idea. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started, guys. I really don't want this video to be 30 minutes long, but even with me cutting and you know, not trying to make long videos and doing the time lapse, this video is still gonna be long, man. I think so far this was the hardest part of the whole truck breakdown. You know, removing the cab, removing everything. It wasn't that bad. This, man, it's bad. You know, after this, once it's all done and dry, I mean, putting it back together, it's gonna take a long time, but it's gonna be easy. The only reason why it's gonna take a long time is because I'm gonna have to order stuff little by little here and there, and that's it. You know, making sure, you know, taking measurements and stuff like that. But this is, I believe, is gonna be the hardest part of the build, was the chassis. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on it, guys. And man, I really hope you guys watched the whole thing through so far. And I'm tired. It's early in the morning, but yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this. I stood up all night last night. I stood up until like about 3 a.m. Getting this done. So, and I still didn't get the chance to go over it with 1,000 grit. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started, guys. And when you see me right now, I should have everything set up, and I should introduce you to the new paint color for the chassis. So chassis is all prepped, wiped, clean, no particles on it for now. But without further ado, I'm gonna show you guys the color I'm gonna do the chassis. So as you guys can see, Nardo gray, gloss Nardo gray. Believe from what I saw in the comments, it does have like a touch of like a glitter. I don't know what the fuck to call it, metallic, whatever, but it's Nardo gray with a little bit of touch. And so the whole chassis, imagine Nardo gray with the black performance suspension, the springs, the shocks, sway bars, and the engine bay. It's all gonna make it pop even more. So that's why I'm going with this now. But unfortunately right now we cannot find my plastic painter's surround that goes up here, and it's gonna block this off. So I might have to ghetto this right now. I mean, I can't find it. We've been looking, but I don't want to spend too much time looking for it. I had it right here with my other stuff, and it's not there. So I don't know what happened to it, if it got misplaced or if it fell behind here, but we looked, it's not there. So we're gonna have to do this the getaway. We're gonna try to put the garage down a little bit, and we're gonna go ahead and this is the top of the chassis. This is the bottom of the chassis that's gonna be facing like the floor. So we're gonna start with that side. We're gonna get that whole area first. We're gonna pretty much primer everything that we can primer right now, but when it comes to actually doing the Nardo gray, once the primer dries, we're gonna do that side first, and then we're gonna put the chassis like this. We're gonna do the rest and see what the results look like. But pretty excited. We're gonna get this done right now. We gotta primer it. We gotta wait a couple hours for the primer to dry, and then we can start going ahead with the Nardo gray. But we're just gonna go ahead and knock this out, and I'll show you guys when we come back what it looks like little by little, so the video is not too long. So I showed you guys last time the chassis is all primered. I did like a little piece right here, the Nardo gray. I just one little quick layer, sprayed it on real quick, but let's see. That's pretty much how it will look. It still needs gloss and stuff to bring it back. I just got back from a Yosemite trip with me and my wife. So went over there, went fishing, had fun. Tried using the GoPro, so I made a whole video. It's like GoPro and the phone back and forth. I'm just testing it out. So I don't know if I'm gonna post that as much as I want to. Those videos are all over the place right now because I'm still learning how to use it. You know, I'm learning how to use the GoPro with the MacBook and stuff. You know, there's not a program to download on the MacBook for the GoPro stuff, you know. So that's something I gotta learn on my own. But then I got back, got sick. I'm barely getting my voice back. So now we're about to do the chassis again. I'm about to just go ahead and just fly through it real quick, and then we'll come back to see how it looks. All right, guys, so real quick, this is like the third weekend, or honestly, I lost count, working on the truck chassis. So honestly, I hope you guys watch the whole video. I know it's kind of long and it's gonna be everywhere, but I mean, this was so attentive, and it took such a long time to sit here and do the chassis. I mean, this thing was, even though it was just surface rust, wasn't that bad, but there was so much gunk. There was so much, you know, tough spots to get in and sand and spray and stuff like that. But I mean, it came out real clean. As you guys can tell, I mean, look at that. I don't know how well I was picking it up, but I mean, it came out really good. So I just hope you guys watch the whole video. I'm sorry that it's long and it's kind of everywhere, but you know, the chassis is done. Now I can pretty much start rebuilding it, you know, start ordering and purchasing all the suspension parts and rebuilding the truck chassis along with the new bolts and stuff like that. So I am going to go ahead and probably see if I can find out. I mean, even though a lot of this stuff is going to be underneath the chassis, like this stuff I'm going to reuse, you know, just make sure, you know, whatever needs ground contact, I'm gonna make sure, you know, I just, you know, show a little bit of bare metal right there. You know, if I had to grind just with like a Dremel, just enough for the chassis to show a little bit of metal right there, so it has a good ground, stuff like that. So that's what I'm gonna do, so that way there's you know, good grounding and stuff. But as far as like the stuff that is gonna show on the engine bay and stuff like that, I'm gonna, you know, make sure I have like some stainless steel or chrome bolts, you know, dress up bolts and stuff like that. But so stick around, guys. I mean, the badass S10 build is coming a long way. So please watch the video, enjoy it. I mean, there's some spots like right here is not as shiny, so I'm gonna go ahead and go and get a couple more things of a clear coat, and you know, make sure the spots that is not as shiny as the other spots, I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more clear coat to those, and that'll be pretty much it. The chassis is done, so I'll leave it at that. I just hope you guys watch and appreciate the hard work that went into this. You know, it took days, man. You know, I worked, you know, Monday through Saturday, and then Saturday, as soon as I get off of work, I'm here, I'm working on it through Sunday, Saturday night, Sunday night, you know, and it took about 6, 7, 8 days. I don't know, I lost count, but it took a while for the chassis to be where it's at right now. So yeah, man, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Stay tuned for the next episode. I'm not sure what the next episode is gonna be, but it's gonna be some part of the suspension, a new piece being added on. So and then the front of the that side right there, I gotta go and get the piece and have it welded on or somehow mounted on and paint that, you know, Nardo gray. This piece right here, if you guys don't remember. So this piece had to come off because it was pretty badly bent. This piece, it looks like this, is right there. So I have that actually right here. Took it off of another truck, so I just gotta bend it a little bit, paint it, and that's it. Other than that, the chassis is done. So you guys please stick around, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Deuces. Thank you guys.